Aloha, and welcome to Hawaii Travel Made Easy. I'm Marcie, your go-to guide for planning an unforgettable Hawaii vacation. I've been to Hawaii more than 40 times and have hopped between islands in almost every possible way, by plane and ferry. Maybe you've already booked your trip and are wondering if you should add another island to your itinerary, or maybe you're still in the planning stage and trying to figure out how inter-island travel works. Are there ferries? Do you have to fly? Can you do a day trip? Don't worry, I'm breaking it all down for you today. By the end of this episode, you'll have a clear idea of whether island hopping is right for your travel style and how to make it seamless. So grab a notepad or just sit back and listen. Let's dive in. When people start planning their Hawaii vacation, they often have a lot of questions about visiting multiple islands. Here are some of the most common ones I hear. Can I drive between the islands? No. Hawaii's islands are separated by the ocean, and there are no bridges or tunnels. The only way to travel between islands is by plane, or in some cases, ferry. Number 2, is island hopping expensive? Well, it depends. Flights between the islands typically range from $45 to $150 per ticket, but prices can go up during the peak season. The biggest expenses come from booking last minute, prices rise the closer you get to departure, checked baggage fees, because some airlines charge extra, and transportation and lodging. If you're hopping to another island, you may need to rent a car again or book another hotel. Number 3, how much time do I need per island? I recommend at least 3 to 4 full days per island. If you only have a week or less, just stick to one island. And number 4, can I do a day trip to another island? Yes, but it's not ideal. While you can technically fly to another island and return the same day, you'll spend a huge chunk of your time at the airport. So a better option? Stay for at least one night. Okay, before we talk about logistics, let's figure out if island hopping fits your travel goals. So here are a few things to consider. Number 1, how long is your trip? If you're staying less than a week, I'd stick to one island because you'll maximize relaxation and sightseeing instead of spending time in airports. If you're staying 7 to 10 days, you might be able to visit 2 islands comfortably if you plan strategically. And if you're staying 2 weeks or more, island hopping becomes much more doable. You can see 2 to 3 islands without feeling rushed. Okay, number 2, what is your travel style? If you're a luxury traveler, consider splitting your time between 2 high-end resorts on different islands for a varied yet relaxing experience. Are you an adventure seeker? If you love volcano hikes, snorkeling with manta rays, or scenic helicopter rides, hopping to another island gives you access to completely different landscapes. Maybe you're a couple or a honeymooner. Maui and Kauai is a dreamy combination of romance, luxury, and adventure. Are you a solo traveler? Oahu offers nightlife and beaches, while the Big Island or Kauai gives you space for solo hikes and quiet retreats. If you're still unsure, keep listening. We'll break it all down further in the episode. All right, let's talk about how to get between the islands. Flights are the main way to island hop. Hawaiian Airlines, Southwest Airlines, and Mokulele Airlines offer frequent inter-island flights. These flight times range typically from 30 to 50 minutes, but there are a few things to remember. Number 1, you want to arrive at the airport at least 90 minutes early. Inter-island flights are quick, but the security lines at Honolulu and Kahului airports can get long. Number 2, plan ahead for security screenings and baggage restrictions. Even though these are short flights, TSA rules still apply. Number 3, if you're bringing gear, like surfboards or large hiking backpacks, check the airline's sports equipment policy, because some airlines charge extra, and Mokulele's small planes may not accommodate large items. Number 4, choose your airline carefully. Hawaiian Airlines has the most flights per day. Southwest has free checked bags, and Mokulele is great for a small plane island hopping adventure. Number 5, flight delays can happen. Weather, air traffic, and mechanical issues sometimes cause short delays, so don't schedule tight connections between flights or activities. Number 6, flights between certain islands are more limited. While flights between Oahu, Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island run frequently, smaller destinations like Lanai and Molokai have fewer flights per day, so book early. Number 7, prices can fluctuate. While inter-island flights usually cost between $45 and $150, rates do go up during holidays and peak season, so booking early can save you money. And number 8, most flights connect through Oahu. If you're flying between Maui and Kauai, or the Big Island and Lanai, Sometimes you might have to connect through Honolulu, so factor that into your travel time. All right, another thing to consider. Are there ferries between the islands? There are no ferries between the major Hawaiian Islands. Many first-time visitors assume there's a way to take a boat from Oahu to Maui or Kauai, but that's just not the case. The ocean distances and rough waters make this impractical. There used to be a super ferry that went between the islands, but that has been shut down for years, even though their website is still active. There are no ferries. The only ferry that is available is between Maui and Lanai. This 45-minute ride departs from Maui to Lanai several times a day. It's a great day trip option if you want to explore Lanai's secluded beaches, go off-roading, or visit the Four Seasons Resort. There is no ferry to Molokai either. While there used to be a ferry connecting Maui and Molokai, it shut down several years ago, so the only way to get there now is by airplane. So what about cruises? Some travelers opt for a 7-day inter-island cruise with Norwegian's Pride of America. This is the only major cruise line that lets you visit multiple islands without needing flights. So the pros of a cruise is that you only have to unpack once, so there's no need to switch hotels or repack. Meals, accommodations, and entertainment are included, making budgeting easier. And the itinerary includes stops on Oahu, Maui, the Big Island, both Hilo and Kona, and Kauai, which covers a lot of ground in one trip. But there are some cons to doing a cruise. For one, you've got limited time on each island. You usually only have 1 day per island, so you won't get to explore as deeply. It's more expensive than flying between the islands. Cruise prices range from $2,000 or more per person, which can be higher than booking separate flights and hotels. And you'll have less flexibility. You're on the ship schedule, so you can't stay longer in a favorite spot or change plans at last minute. If you want maximum flexibility and time on the islands, flying is your best option. But if you prefer an all-inclusive experience with minimal planning, a cruise might be a great alternative. So, now that you know your options for getting around, let's dive into logistics, like when to book flights, what to pack, and where to stay to make island hopping as smooth as possible. Island hopping isn't just about booking a flight. It's about smart planning to make the transition smooth. All right, so when should you book your flights? The peak season, which is December through April and June through August, you'll want to book 2 to 4 months in advance to get the best prices and availability. Popular travel times, like Christmas, New Year's, and summer break, see a higher demand. There's also shoulder season, which is April through May and September through November. And you can often find deals 1 to 2 months out, and prices tend to be lower due to fewer tourists. All right, how about last-minute flights? Prices are usually higher, so book early when possible. While you might find a deal occasionally, waiting too long can mean fewer flight choices in convenient times. I suggest using Google Flights or Hopper to track fares. You can set price alerts so you know when fares drop. If you're traveling with a group, you'll definitely want to book your tickets together. Prices fluctuate based on demand, so booking multiple seats at once can prevent fare hikes. You'll also want to choose morning flights if possible. Inter-island flights can experience afternoon delays due to weather, air traffic, or mechanical issues. You'll also want to check for hidden fees. Southwest Airlines offers 2 free checked bags, but Hawaiian Airlines and Mokulele charge for luggage, so compare total costs before booking. You might also consider flying open jaw. If visiting 2 islands, fly into one island and out of another to save time and money. For example, you can fly into Oahu and back home from Maui instead of backtracking. And you'll want to avoid booking back-to-back flights. If your trip involves multiple island hops, leave a few days between flights so you're not constantly in transit. Okay, let's talk about luggage. Inter-island flights have lower weight limits than mainland flights. Hawaiian Airlines allows 50 pounds per checked bag, but Mokulele Airlines, which uses smaller planes, has stricter weight restrictions. Thinking about traveling light? A carry-on-only approach saves money and time. You'll avoid baggage fees and skip waiting at baggage claim. What if you have checked bags? Well, plan buffer time for baggage claim delays, especially during busy travel periods. If you're bringing snorkeling or diving gear, you'll want to check airline policies because some charge extra for oversized equipment. Make sure to have your essential items in your carry-on bag. Medications, chargers, swimsuits, and a change of clothes should be with you in case your checked bag is delayed. Yes, this happens even on inter-island flights. You might consider rolling your clothes instead of folding them. This saves space, keeps outfits organized, and prevents wrinkles. How about using packing cubes? These are a game changer for keeping clothes neat and repacking quickly when moving between islands. If you're planning on shopping, like I do on every single trip, you'll want to leave extra space in your suitcase. Many visitors buy souvenirs like Hawaiian coffee, macadamia nuts, or local crafts and need extra room in their luggage. And if you're traveling with a baby or a toddler, check the stroller and car seat policies. Some airlines check them for free, while others may charge a fee. Okay, so where should you stay when island hopping? You might want to consider vacation rentals if you want flexibility while transitioning between the islands. They offer kitchens and laundry facilities, which can be a big help if you're staying multiple places. You might also choose hotels near the airport if you have an early flight, because this can avoid traffic on your travel days. I'd look for hotels or resorts with flexible cancellation policies. Plans change, and you don't want to lose money if a flight delay forces an itinerary shift. And if you're staying in multiple locations on one island, group your activities by region. For example, if you're staying part of your trip in South Maui and part in West Maui, plan Haleakala sunrise and upcountry adventures while you're based in South Maui so you're not driving long distances every day. All right, island hopping is amazing, but there are some common mistakes that can make it stressful. Here's what not to do. Don't book your inter-island flights at the last minute because prices skyrocket and flights sell out. Don't try to see too many islands in one trip. You'll spend more time in airports than actually enjoying Hawaii. Don't schedule your flights and activities too close together. Inter-island flights can get delayed, so avoid booking big activities on your travel days. Don't forget to budget for extra transportation costs. Rental cars, taxis, and baggage fees add up. And don't skip researching the islands. Each island is so different. Don't assume they all have nightlife, sandy beaches, or volcanoes. So now that you know what not to do, let's talk about how to actually plan an amazing multi-island trip to Hawaii. If you decide to island hop, you'll want to make every moment count. While it's exciting to visit multiple islands, poor planning can lead to rushed schedules, exhaustion, and missed opportunities. So here's how to make the most of your time in Hawaii. The first thing, don't overpack your itinerary. Aim for at least 3 to 4 days per island to truly experience what each location has to offer. Trying to fit too much in can leave you feeling rushed and unable to fully enjoy the beauty of Hawaii. Give yourself a travel day buffer. Flight delays, baggage claim mishaps, and rental car pickups can eat into your schedule. Plan lightly on travel days so you don't miss key activities. Consider your flight times carefully. Taking an early morning flight gives you a full day to explore, while an afternoon flight lets you enjoy a relaxing morning before transitioning to your next island. Limit back-to-back excursions. If you're doing a sunrise hike on Maui one morning, don't schedule an inter-island flight the same afternoon. You'll be exhausted. Stay near the airport the night before an early flight. This avoids long drives and unnecessary stress on travel days. Prioritize quality over quantity. Instead of cramming in a long list of activities, pick 1 or 2 must-dos per day and allow time to enjoy the island's natural beauty. And look for seasonal activities when planning. For example, if you're visiting in winter, you might want to pair Maui with the Big Island for whale watching and volcanoes. You should also consider picking islands that complement each other. So, Oahu and Maui is where you can get city life and scenic drives. This is great for travelers who want a mix of urban attractions and outdoor adventure. You can start on Oahu for Waikiki Beach, Pearl Harbor, and shopping, then head to Maui for the Haleakala sunrise, the road to Hana, and snorkeling at Molokini Crater. There's also Maui and Kauai, which is romantic and nature-focused. It's ideal for honeymooners, couples, or those looking for a slower pace. Maui offers luxury resorts, waterfalls, and incredible snorkeling, while Kauai provides lush landscapes, the Nepali coast, and some of the best hiking in Hawaii. There's also the Big Island and Kauai for adventure and landscapes. This is a dream trip for hikers, nature lovers, and those who want fewer crowds. On the Big Island, you'll experience active volcanoes, black sand beaches, and stargazing at Mauna Kea. Then head to Kauai for dramatic cliffs, rainforests, and the Waimea Canyon. There's also Oahu and the Big Island for history and adventure. This combo is perfect for travelers who want a mix of cultural history and diverse landscapes. Explore Pearl Harbor, the Polynesian Cultural Center, and nightlife in Waikiki, then fly to the Big Island to see Hawaii Volcanoes National Park and swim with the manta rays. There's also Maui and Lanai for luxury and seclusion. If you want an off-the-beaten-path experience, pair Maui with Lanai for a mix of world-class resorts and untouched nature. Take the Maui to Lanai ferry for a day trip or stay at the Four Seasons Lanai for a secluded, high-end retreat. So my pro tip, if you're not sure which islands fit your travel style, check out my Hawaii travel guides, which include 7-day itineraries for each island and an island hopping guide with 1 to 3 day itineraries for multi-island trips. They're available on my blog, in the show notes, and on Amazon. All right, island hopping in Hawaii looks very different depending on who you're traveling with and what kind of experiences you're looking for. A family-friendly itinerary will have different priorities than a romantic getaway or a solo backpacking trip. So let's break it down so you can choose the best island pairings and travel style based on your group. For families, you'll want to choose islands with short flights, kid-friendly beaches, and easy transportation. So I think the best pairing is Oahu and Maui, because these two islands have the most kid-friendly activities, resorts with pools, and easy transportation options. Why? Well, Oahu has Waikiki Beach, the Honolulu Zoo, and interactive cultural experiences at places like the Polynesian Cultural Center and Waimea Valley. Maui offers calm beaches, the Maui Ocean Center, and the scenic but manageable Road to Hana. So, my pro tip, avoid itineraries that require long drives or back-to-back travel days because kids will get restless. Instead, stick to direct flights and plan activities like snorkeling at Molokini Crater or visiting Haleakala National Park at sunset instead of sunrise to avoid early wake-ups. Here's my family-friendly alternative. Kauai and Oahu is another great mix of low-key outdoor adventure and big city convenience. For solo travelers, you might want to prioritize adventure, budget-friendly hostels, and social activities. So my best pairing is Oahu and the Big Island. If you're traveling solo, you'll want a mix of social spots, adventure activities, and budget-friendly options. Why? Well, Oahu has hostels in Waikiki, vibrant nightlife, and tons of group tours, making it easy to meet fellow travelers. The Big Island is perfect for hiking volcanoes, night snorkeling with manta rays, and exploring remote black sand beaches. So, my pro tip, use public transportation on Oahu to save money and check out local hostel events or small group tours for social experiences. On the Big Island, opt for a rental car so you can easily explore Hawaii Volcanoes National Park and Mauna Kea. Looking for a solo-friendly alternative? Well, Maui and Kauai offers laid-back beach towns and scenic hikes for solo travelers who prefer nature and relaxation over nightlife. For couples, look for romantic resorts, scenic drives, and sunset boat tours. My best pairing is Maui and Kauai because these islands offer stunning landscapes, intimate resorts, and plenty of romantic experiences. Why? Well, Maui has luxury beachfront resorts in Wailea, incredible sunset dinner cruises, and scenic drives like the Road to Hana. Kauai is more secluded with dramatic cliffs, waterfalls, and hidden beaches. So my pro tip, book a private lanai at a beachfront hotel for sunset views, and don't miss a helicopter tour over Kauai's Napali coast, one of the most breathtaking ways to see the island. And if you're looking for a romantic alternative, Lanai in Maui is perfect for couples looking for privacy and a high-end exclusive experience. You can stay at the Four Seasons Lanai for a secluded escape after a few days in Maui. My final thought? Well, whether you're traveling as a family, solo, or with a partner, Hawaii offers combinations for every travel style. Just make sure to plan your itinerary around your group's needs so you get the perfect balance of adventure, relaxation, and travel time. All right, how do you make the most of a short trip with island hopping? If you only have a week or less in Hawaii, but still want to experience more than one island, you'll need to plan strategically so you don't spend half your trip in airports or packing and unpacking. Here's how to maximize your time while still enjoying the unique beauty of each island. Pick 2 islands max. It's tempting to see as much as possible, but too many flights mean less time to relax and explore. Sticking to 2 islands allows you to enjoy each destination without feeling rushed. Fly into one island and home from another. Instead of doubling back, book an open-jaw ticket, like fly into Oahu and out from Maui. This saves time and prevents unnecessary travel days. Book flights early in the morning. Midday and afternoon flights can eat up your entire day. A morning flight lets you land by mid-morning, drop off your bags, and start exploring right away. You might stay near the airport before inter-island flights. If your flight is early, staying in a hotel near the airport the night before cuts down on morning stress and travel time. Prioritize must-see attractions. plan wisely. If both islands offer snorkeling, pick the best spot and skip the other. For example, if you're visiting Oahu in the Big Island, prioritize Pearl Harbor on Oahu and Hawaii Volcanoes National Park on the Big Island, rather than repeating similar beach days. Skip rental cars if possible. So if your itinerary only includes a couple of key attractions or you're staying in walkable areas like Waikiki, consider using Uber, shuttles, or public transit instead of dealing with rental cars on multiple islands. Limit resort hopping. If you're staying at multiple resorts, you'll spend more time packing, checking in, and out. Stick to one accommodation per island to make the transition smoother. Plan downtime in your schedule. Rushing from one island to the next without any chill time can leave you exhausted. Plan for one flexible, unscheduled afternoon to explore or just relax on the beach. Be mindful of island geography. Some islands require more driving than others. On the Big Island, for example, you'll need time to get between Kona, Hilo, and Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. If you're short on time, stick to one region per island instead of trying to do too much. You'll also want to check airline policies on baggage and inter-island flights. Some airlines have lower baggage weight limits, so if you're hopping islands, try to pack light to avoid the fees. My final tip: if you're island hopping on a short trip, treat it like 2 mini vacations in one. Instead of packing your days with activities, focus on 1 to 2 key experiences per island to create memorable and stress-free travel days. All right, let's talk about unexpected costs of island hopping. While island hopping is an amazing way to see more of Hawaii, the extra flights, hotels, and rental cars can add up quickly. Let's go over some of the hidden costs you should plan for so you don't get sticker shock. First-time visitors often underestimate the costs of island hopping. While visiting multiple islands can be an amazing experience, the extra flights, logistics, and expenses can quickly add up. So here's what to factor into your budget. Checked baggage fees. I know I keep talking about this, but it's super important. Inter-island flights often charge for luggage, and the cost can vary. Hawaiian Airlines typically charges $25 for the first checked bag and $35 for the second, while Southwest Airlines allows 2 free checked bags. If you're island hopping, these fees can add up each time you fly. Think about your carry-on restrictions. If you're flying with Mokulele Airlines, be aware that their small aircraft have strict weight limits for both checked and carry-on baggage. You might even be charged extra if your luggage is too heavy. Rental car changes. You will need to rent a new car in each island, which means paying separate rental fees, taxes, and potentially even different insurance policies. Some companies allow multi-island bookings, so check if you can bundle your rentals for a discount. One-way rental car fees. If you're flying into one airport but returning from another, like arriving in Kona but departing from Hilo, rental car companies may charge a one-way drop-off fee. There's also hotel transfer costs. Some travelers forget that they'll need to book multiple hotels when switching islands. Not only does this increase accommodation costs, but it can also mean extra resort fees, cleaning fees for vacation rentals, and double security deposit. You'll also want to think about packing. Every time you move to a new hotel, you'll have to pack up, check out, and check in again, which takes time and energy. There's also higher food and activity costs. More flights and more islands often mean more dining out and excursions. Unlike staying in one place where you might stock up on groceries for the week, island hopping usually means eating out more frequently and potentially spending more on tours and activities. There's also transportation to and from airports. Not all airports have convenient public transit, meaning Uber, taxis, rental cars, or hotel shuttles can add up quickly. For example, Honolulu Airport to Waikiki can cost $35 to $50 by Uber or taxi, while airports on Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island require longer and pricier transfers to resorts. Lost time equals lost money. Every inter-island flight means time spent in airports, checking in, waiting a baggage claim, and getting to your next destination. If you book an expensive excursion on your arrival day and your flight is delayed, you risk losing your reservation and your money. There's also activity reservations and cancellation fees. Some tours and luau's charge cancellation fees if you have to cancel last minute due to flight delays. To avoid losing money, try booking refundable activities or ones that allow last-minute rescheduling. So my pro tip is if you're planning to island hop, consider setting aside an extra 20 to 30% in your budget to cover unexpected costs, whether that's higher food expenses, baggage fees, or last-minute transportation needs. All right, let me share a few packing tips for island hopping in Hawaii. Since you'll be flying between islands, packing efficiently is key. You'll want to stick to a carry-on if possible. This saves money and time at baggage claim. You'll also want to use packing cubes because it makes repacking quick and easy. I'd also bring a lightweight rain jacket because some islands, like Hawaii or Hilo on the Big Island, are rainier than others. You'll also want to pack a dry bag and reef-safe sunscreen. These are essential for beach and snorkeling adventures. And you'll want to keep travel documents and ID easily accessible because you'll be flying more than once. All right, let's go over some final tips to ensure your island hopping trip is successful. Book activities in advance. Inter-island tours sell out quickly. Number 2, plan light travel days. Avoid scheduling major activities the same day as your flight. Number 3, use packing cubes. It keeps your suitcase organized and it's easy to unpack. And number 4, check transportation options ahead of time. Some islands have limited Ubers and taxis. All right, that's a wrap on today's episode. Hopefully, you now have a better idea of whether island hopping is right for your trip and how to do it seamlessly. With all these tips in mind, let's quickly review the key takeaways so you can confidently decide if island hopping is right for you. If you have less than a week, stick to one island. Flights are the main way to get between the islands. Book travel early for the best deals. And plan at least 3 to 4 days per island to maximize your experience. I'd love to hear from you. Are you planning to island hop or are you sticking to one island? Send me a DM on Instagram at Hawaii Travel with Kids, or check out my blog for detailed itineraries and travel guides. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and leave a review. It helps more travelers plan their dream Hawaii vacation. Mahalo for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Aloha.